So, hello and welcome back to my bedroom. You've never been in this bedroom because it's a new house, but welcome. Today what I'm going to talk about is food, guilt and shame and eating habits, and how to kind of just take a moment and relax and realize that giving food moral value and feeling guilty and shameful about eating certain junk foods or unhealthy foods, or foods that are labelled as bad for you, how we can just chill out, accept the fact that it's okay, and move forward with our life. Because frankly, food is my fucking life, and I'm never giving up pasta, cake, pizza, Oreos, chocolate, all that stuff that is labelled terrible for you, because frankly I fucking love it. And why would I do that? I wouldn't. That's so stupid. So I'm just going to point out quickly that I am not a nutritionist, nor am I a dietitian. So I am just going to take you through some steps that I think have helped me with this and that could possibly help you, and my own personal experiences. That's all I'm really going to talk about today. But if you would like to listen, please feel free. I totally understand everybody out here is so fucking confused on what's going on, because frankly, it's like, do we intermittent fast? Do we do keto? Do we do paleo? Do we do vegan? Do we do high carb? Do we do low carb? Do we do high protein? Do we do whatever the fuck there is? There's skinny teas, weight loss coffees now apparently. So much shit, right? So what the fuck do? I don't know. Is pasta bad? Is cake bad? Should I eat kale? What time should I eat my dinner? Should I eat after this time? What the fuck is going on? Your brain's just like, oh my god. You should eat the diet that works best for you. Now, when I say diet, all I mean by that is the things that I eat within a whole day. I don't mean like I'm on a diet. I just mean my diet consists of X, Y, and Z. Just quickly point that out. So I totally understand why everyone's so freaking confused these days, because it's like, what the fuck? Am I supposed to eat? Should I just fucking eat ice cubes and like just live off water and then die a sad life? Well, fuck no, you're not going to do that. You're going to eat food and you're going to be happy. Just point out the labeling of foods. So, there's like good or bad foods. I don't really like doing that. I like to, just think of a scale and go more nutritious, less nutritious. That's a little bit easier. The good and bad kind of adds like a little psychological element that therefore is making people feel guilty or shameful around eating certain foods. So we're just going to eliminate that. I'm going to call it more nutritious, less nutritious. Therefore, kale is more nutritious than Oreos. The end. But Oreos taste so much fucking better, let's be real. And by labeling any food as good and or bad, it's kind of giving it the power to consume you, and you should never let anything have the power to consume you, no matter what it is. And it makes me really upset that a lot of people in today's society, in today's age, are literally letting like a slice of cake at a birthday party wreck their whole fucking week and ruining themselves physically and mentally. Like, this is really scary and it's really sad. And that's really why I'm talking about it today. What are some ways you can take to develop a positive relationship with eating and food and social events and things like that? You've probably heard it a million times before, but follow the 80-20 rule. Now this one, if you don't know what it is, it's like 80% of the time we're going to eat more nutritious foods, 20% of the time we're going to eat less nutritious foods. But in saying that, 75 and 25% is not going to kill you, saying 60 and 40. We're just trying to have a balance of foods and a balance of enjoyment and eating foods you actually enjoy. Like, you're kidding me? If you do not like kale, do not fucking eat kale. And if you do not like broccoli, don't eat broccoli. Find vegetables and fruits that you do like. So obviously we want the more nutritiously dense portion to be the larger portion of our overall diet, because it has vitamins and minerals that we need for everyday function, to function optimally as humans. And obviously individuals, we all require different things, but I think it's really just about learning what works for you. So whether that's you do paleo or keto or like whatever you fucking want to do, you do that. But don't let other people's opinions persuade you just because like fucking Sally down the road doesn't eat cake now, doesn't eat pasta because somebody on Instagram told her the pasta's bad for you. No, you make your own choices. And if you are confused, go and see a dietitian. So it is like totally normal to start your Monday off on a more like healthy, nutritious note, with your meal prep and your salads or your, your pasta or rice dishes, whatever you like to make. And then by Friday, fall off the bandwagon a little bit and like have your pizza and your wine or whatever. Life is about living, people. And when you allow yourself those little indulgences, you just eliminate that sense of deprivation and you're less likely to binge on the first thing that you see, because I know personally for me, if I am craving a little bit of chocolate and I put it off and I put it off and I put it off, I just tend to then eat like a whole tub of ice cream, a whole block of chocolate and like 57 fucking donuts, when really, if on Monday when I felt like the chocolate, I should have just eaten it and then it would have been over. Because I deprived myself, I tended to just consume ridiculous amounts of food because I was like, I might just give it like the Cookie Monster. Another one I have is eat without distraction. Now this is a big one for me, and I'm sure it is for a lot of people in the age of technology. We tend to just like flick the TV on and just be like, Or like, you know, we, you know, watch YouTube video, we look through Instagram, or we look at Facebook or videos or whatever. So I think it's really important that if you just remove that out of the situation, you actually sit at a dinner table with your family, with your friends, or by yourself. I lived by myself for a year and a half and sat at a dinner table alone every single night. I know how it feels, but you tend to get a little bit more in tune with your body and your hunger signals, and you kind of work out like, okay, I'm actually full and I only got 3/4 or halfway through my meal. I don't need that. Put the rest in a container, chuck it in the fridge. Or you ate it all and you go, I'm actually a little bit hungry than expected, so get some more, eat it, and it's done. For me personally, if I undereat, I tend to get like hungry AF. Like, don't even fucking come near me when I'm hungry. And secondly, I get like real bad like stomach pains when I'm hungry, and then I just feel uncomfortable and gross. If I had just sat down and actually tasted and smelt the meal that I was eating, being grateful that I had a meal in front of me, and kind of listened to my body when I ate it, I would have been so much better off. It's really important to stop comparing yourself to other people. I've been a culprit of this as well, and it's something that I've dealt with a lot because I'm a massive eater. For the size that I am, hungry girl, and I can pretty much eat the same amount of food as any of my guy friends. Not that's the sexist thing, guys just tend to be able to eat more than females. They have higher body mass naturally because of physiological evolution, so therefore they require more energy, so they eat more food. Not being sexist, it's just science. Not compare yourself. You know, like I've been out to dinner and someone's like, are you eating that? And I'm like, yes I am, and I'll probably eat the rest of yours too. You know, don't compare yourself to other people. Everybody requires different nutrients, different amounts of foods to work optimally at your very best. And I think it's really important that, you know what, if your fucking mate down the road is drinking celery juice and saying it's like working for her, doesn't mean that's gonna work for you. And I think it's really important just to be aware of that. Body requirements are completely different to your boyfriends, sisters, girlfriends, cousins, doctors, sisters, fucking giraffe. Like, it's everybody's completely different. With that being said, never take anybody's relationship or idealisms about food personally or seriously. Just enjoy your food, eat what you love, and move on with it. It's really as simple as that. This is one of my favorite ones because it's one I've struggled with quite badly and for a long time. And I think a lot of people do. It's, are you emotional? You know, are you eating because you're extremely emotional? Emotional eating can be caused by things like stress and being emotional and being overwhelmed and anxiety and things like that. And when we're in those situations, we tend to lean towards things to comfort us. So sometimes that can be foods that soothe us and, you know, that are going to make us feel better. And that's totally normal. And I think it's really important just to recognize that that's totally normal and you shouldn't feel bad for that. My tip here is just to try and identify the emotion that you're feeling. For example, when I'm like super stressed out with uni exams or anything like that, my sugar cravings go through the roof because I'm absolutely freaking out. When I'm emotional, I just want sugar. To be frank with you, I tend to just want to eat chocolate the minute I open my eyes because I tend to have had a lack of sleep. The overall sleep that I have had hasn't been good whatsoever. You know, sit down and ask yourself, like, why am I reaching for this food? Identify it. You know, was I just bored? Did you just need a nap? Did you just need to go for a walk? Or did you actually want some chocolate? And if you want some chocolate, fucking eat it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying sometimes, and personally for me, what I've experienced when I'm really bored or I'm super tired, I'm like, oh my god, I just want to shove my gob. And it's like, Chloe, if you literally just had 2 hours extra sleep, you wouldn't have wanted to eat so much that you made yourself feel sick. However, with that being said, when I went through a really bad breakup like a year and a bit ago, I literally didn't leave my room for like 3 days, and then on like the 3rd day I ate like a whole tub, I'm not even fucking kidding you, a whole tub of peppermint ice cream and a block of Marvelous Creations at like 8 a.m. You know, sometimes you just need to let that happen. Every day is a new day. Your body requires different things every day depending on your activity level. Sometimes just letting yourself have those foods that are deemed bad or unhealthy is actually the best thing for you and for your mental health. And the last thing I'm going to just talk about is releasing the shame. Release the shame about food and about your indulgences. In my line of work, in my experience, most women and females that I speak to would rather talk about anything, literally anything, like stuff you don't even fucking want to know, other than their food choices and their indulgences, which actually really surprises me because I'm a lover of food and anybody that follows me absolutely knows that. A lot of people feel guilty about, you know, the little binges or the, you know, the blocks of chocolate that they ate, the fact that they ate a McDonald's hamburger in the car, or, you know, they ate a whole block of cheese with crackers. It is okay. You are human. You have cravings and you have feelings, and sometimes fucking a block of cheese sounds really good, and that is okay. It is not worth the ridiculous amount of stress that you put on yourself because you ate a couple more M&Ms. One of the things I really love about my friend Tom, the dietitian, is he's like, bring it back to basics. Nutrition and food shouldn't be complicated. We have overcomplicated it ridiculously as humans. That voice inside your head that's asking you how many calories are in something, that's saying that maybe we shouldn't eat tomorrow because we've eaten this now, that's saying I'm fat, oh, that was so bad, I shouldn't have eaten that, or I feel shit now because I ate that. Tell that voice to shut the fuck up. That voice is not invited to your birthday party, and no, it cannot have cake. If you are eating a food that you love and a food that brings you joy and comfort and pleasure, continue to eat that food. Let it fill your soul with happiness and savor it and be grateful for it, because there's a lot of people in this world that don't even have access to the amount of food choices that we have here. And you wouldn't deprive a little kid of cake at a birthday party, so why are you depriving yourself of cake at a birthday party? Life is way too short and you deserve more than to give all of your power over to a slice of pizza. Don't let yourself be consumed by food. Enjoy your life. Be grateful that you have access to amazing, wondrous, less nutritious, bad, unhealthy foods, whatever. And just, when you can, choose nutritiously dense foods because they help your body work optimally. They are great for your health. But don't pass up on having, a beer with your dad, or a slice of pizza at a birthday party, or having cake, or, having a couple of rows of chocolate when you go to the movies, or popcorn when you go to the movies. Don't give any of that up, because life is too short. And I can tell you right now, your 80-year-old self is sitting in a chair going, why the fuck did we just not eat the pizza? Pizza's too fucking good, man. Don't give it up, man. Don't give it up. So I'm really sorry if anybody is struggling with food guilt or shame. I hope that this has helped in some sort of way, and if it hasn't, I do recommend going to speak to a dietitian who can help you, or to a psychologist if you think it's a bit more deep-rooted than that. It is totally okay to admit that you need help. It is totally okay to just go, you know what, we're not feeling the best about this, and we're going to do something about it. So make those right choices. Release all that guilt and shame. Eat pizza, eat cake, eat chocolate, eat whatever the fuck you want, and stay happy. Peace out. See you on the next one. I'm going to make dinner because I'm fucking starving.